There's one thing that Magna does extremely well. I know you do a lot of things well, but there's one thing to me that you do extremely well. You never stop innovating. You never stop building for the future. You're building all these great components for some of the world's leading manufacturers. You have a great contract manufacturing business. You're always innovating and always looking to the future. And recently, the company just announced a partnership with NVIDIA. How did that partnership come together, and what is the goal of that partnership?
We have a very good alignment on our needs and our requirements and our desire to change things going forward. I mean, it's not something that we take lightly to work with a partner or to work with a company that helps to gain advantage in the future. But we see, for example, that the ecosystem, the partner network, the tooling, software tools, hardware tools, everything is very well in line with what we're trying to do. So it made very good sense for us.
As part of that partnership, you're going to be able to leverage the Blackwell GPU. What is that going to allow your engineers to build? Are they going to build something really cool, really new? What's that going to allow them to build?
I mean, it's a platform. It's one of those ones where there's an answer I can give you today of things we know, and then there's an answer in 2 or 3 years' time, which are things we don't know. And of course, those generations will keep on coming out of the tooling plant as well. We know there's going to be a next generation as well. I would say I'd answer the question more generic and say all of these new generations of SoCs that they get more and more powerful just open up a completely new world for us. It means where we had to compromise before on processing the data in the world, because the world's a complicated place. There's a lot happening. You see a lot, and you add more cameras, more radars, more lidars, more sensors to the mix, thermal and everything. You see more and more and more, and you don't want to compromise and have to cut off the data. And so this is what those architectures and these very high performance SoCs and ECUs help us to do, is to be able to interpret the world around us in a much better way.
See, the thermal's interesting. So you have the thermal, you have the radar, you have the lidar, you have the camera, and now you have the NVIDIA chipset. Now the next piece of the pie is the software. Are you developing that in-house Magna solely? Are you working with partners? Are you perhaps running on the NVIDIA CUDA? How is that working?
We do the same. We do a mix of everything, and it's very dependent on customer and also what we are having in-house experience and we're not having in-house experience. I mean, it's important to remember that you should focus on your strengths and you should leverage other strengths, and you should help and cover others' weaknesses, right? So in some cases, customers, they have their own software in-house. They want to use that. That makes a lot of sense. They've invested in it. We help them to put that in a platform where we are part of the system, right? So maybe they have a perception stack or drive policy stack that navigates, and we'll help them with a middleware and making sure the system is up and running and it's functional and it's producible and it's working in all the things, the housekeeping, like making sure that it's still alive and there's nothing that's crashed and all those kind of things, or maybe the over-the-air updates, or maybe the security module to communicate with other units and so on and so forth. So that's one instance could happen if a customer has their own stack they're preferring. They could also say they want a third party that they've chosen, or it could be that they want us to do it, and we have our own in-house software as well for drive policy, parking, and so on and so forth. Or we could leverage the NVIDIA network if there's some hybrid version. But software is such a broad thing. It's especially in ADAS today. A long time ago, it was very easy, very well contained. You had your radar, it had its software, you were done. You had your camera, it had its software, you were done. Now they're all intertwined. You have these big machine learning models. You have, extreme amounts of data and processing and understanding and real training and so on. So I would say we do a mix of everything, depending on the customer, depending on the scenario.